Hey everybody, I'm here in Chicago at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, the largest Starbucks in the world. I think I can get in there and get my hands on a Princi pastry. My name is Winter, and believe it or not, I have been to more than 15,000 Starbucks around the world. Now, 15,000 Starbucks might seem like a ridiculous number, but my original goal was to visit and drink a coffee at Starbucks. Is some strong, strong stuff from every single Starbucks on the planet.
Hi, I'm Travis. I travel the world producing incredible stories. The world is full of unique people, places, and animals, and it's my goal to make compelling videos that show that. Follow me on this journey to uncover amazing stories from around the world. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to iWonder TV.
So I'm back in Chicagoland for the first time in almost a year. The last time I popped over was last year, but that was just a rushed 3-day weekend and I did not have time to see all of the stores. So I've got nearly 24 to see. And I've actually already had like 7 samples. That's 28 ounces of coffee. And that was just in Wisconsin, getting down here. Ever since I started Starbucking in 1997, I have pretty strict rules. It has to be a store that is either company owned in the United States or Canada, or operated by the primary partner or licensee in a foreign market, and I have to drink a caffeinated coffee beverage, at least a little 4-ounce sample size from each store. So now we're on 9 for the day, and that is not nearly my record. My record is 29 in one day, but that was over 10 years ago, and I don't think my body could handle 10 coffees in a day anymore. I'm getting to be a bit of an old man. But, you know, I'm at 9 and I'm handling it all right. As always, I only need to drink this sample, so, you know, I can toss the extra. And then try and handle the taste here. That is some strong stuff. Starbucking fans will be surprised to learn that in my regular life, I try to stick to 1 10, 12 ounce, maybe 16 ounce cup of coffee a day. So when I'm out on tour trying to catch up on new stores, there are days when I have to visit 5 stores in a day, 10 stores in a day, sometimes even 15 or more stores in a day just to meet my schedule. Drinking massive amounts of coffee is not something I enjoy, and I would not do it if I didn't have to keep up with the ridiculous number of Starbucks that they're building.
So do you even like the taste of Starbucks coffee?
I can't like the taste of Starbucks coffee anymore. My tastes have completely changed to the local, to the third wave lighter roasted coffee, single origins. 25 years ago, I was a hardcore Starbucks addict and I would drive 50 miles to get my Starbucks coffee, and I really love the stuff. My tastes have changed in the past decade. I prefer single origin, lighter roasted craft coffees. So as far as Starbucks go, I keep drinking it because those are the rules. I have to drink at least a sample coffee from every store. But my favorite coffees are coffees from independent roasters like Kova or Kickapoo or Abracadabra, for example. So one of the number 1 questions that I'm asked about Starbucking is, where do you stay when you're traveling? And my response is, I'm an urban camper, I stay in the car. And then the next question that I typically get asked is, where do you shower? And now the answer is the gym. So Planet Fitness has been wonderful. For $22 a month for the Black Card price, I get to use any location outside of my home location up to 10 times a month, although I'm not even sure they enforce that. I've never come up against that 10 limit and been told that I can't come in. Basically, it's a great place not just to take a shower, but to keep me working out as I'm traveling. I used to be a member of 24 Hour Fitness too, but they just didn't have that many locations around the country. And now they've pretty much just gone bankrupt because of the pandemic. People often ask me, Winter, don't you get tired of Starbucking? Doesn't it get tedious? And the answer is, of course, Yes, I've been to 15,000 Starbucks. Of course it gets tedious. I mean, I've been to 13 Starbucks today and it got tedious like 6 hours ago. But what excites me now are when I encounter something new. Like today, I ran into some super cool Starbucks gift cards for Chicago, specifically with some really cool artwork. Oh bro, check it out, check it out, check it out. I finally got them. I've been looking for this new Chicago card that came out since the last time I was here, ever since I got to town. I've been asking about it like at 6 different stores and I finally found it. I got a friend in England who really wants this. I got a friend in Germany who's gonna appreciate this, and then I got a couple for myself. This is awesome. This is like my best score of the day. Of like all the cards that I've gotten on this trip, this is probably one of the best ones out of like half a dozen, maybe a dozen different styles across like a bunch of different cities and states. So that was awesome. But we are running behind, gotta get a move on. What, I mean, you know, this one was a little slow when I'm trying to speed up. I was in there for at least 5 minutes. Believe it or not, I've gotten in and out of a store in 60 seconds. One of the first things that people assume when they find out about the degree to which I've pursued Starbucking is that I must be obsessive compulsive about it. And there's no denying that there's something in my personality that has a little bit of obsession or compulsion. I would say the reason that is not truly an obsession or a compulsion is that I am able to turn off the Starbucking when it is appropriate. But the need is always there. You know, I've been on my latest job for 21 months, but my heart is absolutely out in Europe, out in Asia, wanting to see all those stores. I just have responsibilities and I'm able to keep my need to go Starbucking in check in order to fulfill those responsibilities. People often ask me how I'm able to visit so many Starbucks and yet work at the same time, or how can I afford to do all the traveling that I do. And the fact is that I am quite lucky that I've been a computer programmer since I was in high school, and it's a career lucrative enough that I am able to work 6-9 months out of the year and still do a lot of traveling. That's the only way that I've been able to get to over 15,000 stores in the last quarter decade. All right, so what we have here is a map of all of the Starbucks locations in the Chicagoland area that I have not yet seen. And I feed this map with a database of stores that I'm always constantly downloading, and I maintain a table of all the stores that I haven't visited. So right now in North America, there's 267 stores that I haven't been to. By the time I leave Chicago, that'll be down to 250. By the time I get back to Rochester, that'll be, you know, a little over 200, and then I'm hoping to go out again in a few weeks after I've taken a break to the southeast and see maybe another 50 stores. Starbucking is a very data-driven project, and I put almost as much effort into tracking the stores as I do into actually going out to see them and drink a coffee from each one. Bye, Megan, thank you. She can't hear me. Bye, y'all, thank you. A little known aspect of Starbucking that almost nobody talks about is just how important the photographs are to me. So they initially started out as just a record, proof that I was there. When I put my website up, I realized that my photos could serve as a catalog for other people to see what Starbucks look like around the world. All right, so got lucky. There's nobody parked in front. So as soon as I get here, I want to take my picture before anybody parks. So I put an incredible amount of effort in taking the best photos that I can, even of stores that I've already been to. So I will go back to a store multiple times to take a better photo. Sometimes I show up at night and the photo's really bad. I'll try to go back in the daylight. Sometimes I show up in the winter and there's a lot of snow. I'll try to go back and retake that photo. So now, one of the things that I do to try and get a better shot with fewer cars in the frame is I'll park right in front of the store so that nobody takes this spot. And then when it's time for the picture, then I'll very quickly back the car up into another spot and try to get my picture. Sometimes I literally have like 3 seconds to get the picture before somebody pulls into the parking lot and blocks my shot. I take a picture of each store, and that's to prove that I was there, to act as a record, and other people use that as a gallery of Starbucks around the world. I have over 15,000 of these pictures on my website from different angles. I also have a historical record of opening and closing dates for Starbucks, sometimes with links to articles. Recently, I've been documenting the insides on Instagram, anything that's unusual, like a cool mural. This is cool how they did it in cloth. That's cool how they did it in cloth. I've seen that mural before, but it's always been like wallpaper or painted onto the wall. I've never seen it in cloth before. Yeah, this is a really cool at the Carpentersville, Illinois Starbucks. They've got a mural that I've seen before, but I've always seen it either painted or wallpapered. I've never seen it done in actual cloth. So it's like painted on cloth, and then the cloth strips are kind of like rolled down. So I have literally not seen this at any of the hundreds of new Starbucks that I've seen in the last year. I've never seen this before, so that's super cool. Howard Schultz, the former CEO, came back to the company. He made a commitment that moving forward, they would make the stores more individualized. So ever since 2008, you could go to 10 different stores in the same city and they would all have different design, different artwork, different light fixtures. And that's one of the reasons that I'm putting such an effort into capturing some of these things that are different, from the murals, the artwork, the design, the furniture, the light fixtures. All of these things can be radically different from store to store, and I think the world needs to see that.
I've been following like the Starbucking project pretty much, I think, since Winter was first on Time Crisis.
The Time Crisis community has taken fandom to a whole new level, and they have a rabid fan base that is really deep into the history of the show, corporate food history, and now Starbucking. I have been designated the official disperser of this unofficial honorary crisis crew card.
Oh my God, that is so cool.
I'm going to give you this unauthorized honorary crisis crew card.
This is perfect.
Totally underground, but you know, you can say you got it from me. I feel that if somebody cares enough to be interested in what I'm doing, which is just like going to Starbucks, I kind of owe it to them to at least be grateful and thankful for that. Wait, you're only 20? I thought you were older.
No, I'm 20. So you've been Starbucking longer than I've been alive.
That's crazy. That is just insane.
So Winter's been Starbucking since 1997. I was born in 1999. So that makes me feel very young, but that also makes the Starbucking that much more impressive to me.
It makes me feel ancient. People keep asking me, when are you gonna stop Starbucking? And I gotta tell you, I've been at this for 23 years, and I have no intention of stopping as long as there are new Starbucks that I have not yet seen.